one villainous scene is a collaboration, sort of invitation as well, by a YouTuber Nando V Movies over a year ago. While it starts with only a few, he and his crew called on to people to just join in this trend where the main thing is talking about villains. And there is no big requirements, like you're not required to have 100,000 subscribers to join in. It doesn't need to be an in-depth formulaic video. I've seen a lot of amateur-ish videos of people just talking about their favorite villain. And it's great. I feel more connected to the person behind the video this way. It feels grounded and inclusive. And although sometimes some of those videos are unable to completely share their feelings, it feels kinda adorable and wholesome. Because this trend called upon anyone, the topic is also vast and varied. Some villains we know, while some are extremely niche, someone we don't even have in mind. And that kinda makes me think about a lot of characters, preferably one that hasn't been talked about before. And lucky me, I found just the right guy. I know I'm a bit late, but I really want to talk about this character, this villain. Not because he's cunning or has a certain theme, or even questions the moral or societal norm. Not even the anime is that deep. It's shallow, almost old classic style of just good versus evil sprinkled with some good characterization. Almost like that one sci-fi classic about wars on the stars or something, I don't know. For those of you who don't know, obviously, a spoiler warning as well for the anime, it's called Dragon Quest Dai no Daiboken, a 2020 remake of an anime of the same name from 1991. The anime follows the story of the titular protagonist, Dai, from a kid isolated from the world to a hero that saves one. Spent across 100 episodes, there are a lot of characters, good characters that could be talked about. I can even find 2 villains for this exact topic. But I chose Baran instead. Maybe I'll talk about the others later, or maybe I won't, I don't know. Baran was first introduced as one of the commanders of the Dragon Legion in Varn's army. There is nothing else to go off from there. Just the fact that he's strong, and the other thing to go by is that he looks human, unlike other monsters. But hey, this is an anime. I didn't think too much of it back then. That is until... well, this anime really doesn't want to wait. Baran's reveal immediately drops a huge bombshell that I did not expect. Even the first time he faces off with our main character is when Dai is in a low. He went straight to Dai without any flares or any underlings. Immediately revealed that he is Dai's father, inviting Dai to join him and telling him that he'd end up receiving prejudice from humans later on in life, which Dai just experienced. It just kept stacking up onto each other. And when he's making such a great point in the plot, the team behind the anime knows exactly to not let off our attention. I really love how the anime shows the power difference. Even before, when there is a power level, the heroes were still able to hit the enemy. Baran himself is unfazed by anything. He kept walking even though being attacked by Pop's strongest skill. And while saying it out loud really just feels like another day in power creeping, there is something that stuck with me more in this seemingly normal, usual, mediocre anime. That is its presentation. After Dai got thrown back and was in need of healing, Pop tries to slow down Baran with the Donk spell, sort of a huge gravitational magic that killed 3 dragons. Thinking he already stopped the man, a crashing sound caught his attention. He turned his head in disbelief, seeing the man under gravitational force just fucking walk forward like nothing is happening. Notice also the sound design of this. each step is pronounced, letting you know how much weight it has on top of the crushing of the earth. And I love that they also show the spell is actively working. The screen has some purple colored filter on top of it with some vertical blur lines, I don't know what else to call them. All on top of the amazing soundtrack by Yuki Hayashi. This combination of sound design, animation, background, writing and everything else, all with the ability to combine them all, makes them work in tandem is one thing that this anime really excels at. And that's not something any pieces of media can even have, even from most of our beloved ones. Sometimes the editing is off, or perhaps the sound design, or maybe the voice acting is a little goofy.
You owe me a pizza.
And it's not even about each component being the best of the best. Even this anime doesn't have that good of a story. The skill, I think, is about making things work the best way possible with what they have. About combining them into a single powerful piece. How the sound design correlates with the animation, how the music rises in loudness just in time with what's happening. That is one of the few reasons why I still stick to this anime till the end, despite the story being the most basic, passable and predictable piece I've ever known. There are more things around this character that caught my eyes, but I think just this reveal alone is enough to really catch my attention. I mean, if you really know the story, while not bad, it's not exactly groundbreaking either. That's exactly what this anime is. Amazing in almost every way except with a mediocre story, at least for me. Baran does have another and many more things that I can think of, but if I continue on, it wouldn't be a one villainous scene. To that, perhaps I'll make another video about him and the other characters later on. But that's all I have for now.